We're back here with the guys from Starfish Computer, and we've been making a whole bunch of videos today, which you can see at starfishcomputer.com, by the way, if you're not there already. But covered a lot of issues on cybersecurity and all the how deep you guys get into stuff. So, okay, what's the cost? What is this? This is the uncomfortable thing, and I don't know if you can really give it because it depends on the situation, right?
I'd love to be as black and white as it's X dollars a month.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, it's very gray, and I'll elaborate on how we get there. We don't offer a cookie cutter program. So I can't tell you that bronze level package or silver or gold like some folks do, and they just say you fall into one of these tiers. We don't think that's an honest business principle. We base everything specifically off of how your company is structured. So if you have 10 users, we don't say it's 0 to 10, we go off of 10. If you have 10 locations, 30 servers, whatever the numbers are, we go specifically off of how your company is set up and how you're structured. It is a little bit of a formula. So it is scope, size, how many people do you have, how many computers do you have, servers. It's all taken into consideration, but it is built specifically for you. So you will not have the same quote attached to you that somebody else did 2 weeks ago. That's just not how we do business. And our numbers fluctuate. And we just think that's an honest business principle to have. If you go out and acquire Amazon, I'm going to use a drastic example, and you're going to add 100,000 employees to your network, well, then we have a conversation. We make sure those folks and those locations and those devices are all taken care of. But on the flip side of that, we believe it's only the professional and correct way to do business is that if you unfortunately lose half of your workforce or you downsize or whatever the case might be, we adjust accordingly that way as well, because you're not utilizing those services for those folks or those devices anymore. So why would you pay for them?
That's fair enough.
So everything is customized. We're very quick on getting a quote turned around. It's just we need to know who you are, how you're set up, and how your company is structured before we can tell you it's X or Y. It's more for your benefit. So I'm not saying, hey, it's going to be $10,000 when really you're $500 a month. Sure. But if I don't know, I have to err on the side of caution, because the last thing I want to do is come back to you and say, hey, I undershot it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's going to be more. I would love to come back and tell you how you're going to save money. But in order for us to make sure that we have an accurate number, we just have to do a little bit of due diligence up front.
And that's what we found with our clients, right? When we sit down with them and learn about their business and learn what their pain points are, we can actually see, well, how much productivity are you losing, right? Because you're handling your IT issues, right? Either you have an internal IT project team and they're so swamped they can't get to it. So if you want to add this new feature, you've got to hire more people. And when that project is done, now you're going to have that added expense, where we can actually assist your IT department in helping with that project or alleviating some of the strain on them to make them more productive. Or if you don't have an IT department and you don't have an IT team and you're trying to handle IT for your company, well, what's the cost of you doing IT work versus doing what you're supposed to be doing, selling your widgets or providing services to your customers, compared to what you could hire our services for. And that way you could grow and expand your business, because your IT is going to work to actually support your company.
These guys do a lot of thinking in all aspects of IT in terms of protecting it and making it work, and even do a lot of thought, obviously, and just approaching giving an honest number. And that's what it is. You said it. It's an honest number. That's a responsible way of doing it. And, no cookie cutter with your number. These guys definitely are not cookie cutter in the approach with how they're going to handle your IT. You should watch some of the other videos on the website, and you'll get a good idea about that, because some really wonderful videos there with some good insight. So be sure to check out starfishcomputer.com. And if you like what you see, you should, and I think you will, I really do, give these guys a call, get them involved. It'll probably be the best call you ever made.